Hey guys, so today's video is just going to be different backgrounds you can do for art journals or bullet journals or pretty much anything you want. So the first idea I'm going to show you is one I've used in my coloring in book. This is the Camilla de Erico pop manga coloring in book, and I really love all the pictures in here. They're so gorgeous. So this is the one that I used my Jane Davenport mermaid markers, and it's just kind of like a splashy design, but I like all the different colors that come out, and I did it again in this one with different colors, and so I'll show you how to do that. So this is the mermaid marker color mix, and so to do the paint splatter you need a plastic bag and some mermaid markers. So I'm just going to choose some random ones here. And then you also need a little spray bottle. So this is just a mini mister from Michaels. And basically, depending on what you want to do, you can just kind of have at it and go all over the paper just randomly. I want this to be a little bit more pinker than any other colors, so I'm going to use those. This one has the glitter flecks that I like a lot, so I like to use this one a lot. And if you saw my November flip through, this is the technique I used to make the front page of my November spread. So what you want to do after you've just put color down is spray it, saturate it quite a lot, and you can do this with watercolor too. It doesn't have to be the mermaid markers or like ink. And then you just smush it down, and you just want to make sure you kind of smush it everywhere, and so you can take it off, and you've got like a really unique, interesting pattern, which I really like. I like how these come out and they're different each time. So for this one that I did, obviously I just used greens and yellows, and in this one I used the turquoisey blues. So you can just kind of choose whichever one you want, and if you want to like switch it up, you can kind of go again, see what other colors come down. So yeah. So that's just one idea for a background. Okay, so idea number 2 is you're gonna take the same bag that you used. You can reuse these, just wipe it off, no issue. So this is if you wanna make more of like an ombre type dealio. You can just take whatever colors you want. I'm probably gonna take pink, and some orange. I want to mix it just at the top and not too much. I take yellow. And I want to add a little bit of the gold. I have this gold one. These mermaid markers, I love them a lot. I do use them quite often in my projects. I probably reach for them more than I do watercolors. I have the Jane Davenport watercolors, which are really awesome, but I love the mermaid markers just because of the colors and how they go down. Okay, so this is basically an ombre. So instead of just random, you're just gonna make lines and spray and put down. So you can do something like that as well, where you kind of get a cool fade into different colors. I obviously am not using paper that's very thick to show you guys, unfortunately, but usually it does not crinkle this much. It's not that wet. And you can also play around with how much water you spray onto it and add more add less and see what kind of patterns you get from that. Also, what I love about the mermaid markers is that there's glitter in some of these. And so I don't know if it picks up, but it does like sparkle in some places. So those are two with the mermaid markers, and I think they're just fun, unique. You never get the same background twice. Okay, so the third idea is acrylic ombre, which is very simple, very easy. You just take your acrylic paint, put some on. Might need a bit more than that, but I'm not gonna fill the whole page because this is just a tutorial. Ooh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a flat brush and, sorry, I'm left-handed, so I always turn this. So you're just gonna go over the top and bring it down and keep pulling down. With the lighter colors, it does tend to get a bit messier because it tends to start mixing. Probably should start from the lighter color and go down. My bad. But you guys can learn from me. So yeah, that's just another idea for a background. You can do different colors. You can like fade it back into orange if you want. So if you want to make it like fade from pink to orange, yellow to orange and pink again. I'll put a little bit more at the top there because this looks a little bit lacking up there. So you can do stuff like that, and I really like how it looks, just the fading of it into each other. I think it looks really pretty, and again, it's unique, it's fun, it's easy, and you can play around with the colors to get different designs. So the next idea I have is using washi tape to block off sections. Now I have, in my video of ways to use washi, I did talk about this and show this, but I kind of wanted to show it more in depth and like different ways you can do it and use the washi. You can make really cool patterns and designs. Okay, so now that I've blocked it all off and everything, one way you can use it is you can simply do like a block design. So you can fill in each of these with a different color and it actually comes out really cool. So you can do something like this, where you just paint the entire block one color and the other block's a different color. And it really looks super cool when you're finished. Like if you're wanting to do like a fall theme background, you can do all like oranges and reds and browns and yellows. Christmas, red, greens, those kind of colors. So you can really customize it to whatever you want, and it's really nice. So this is just, I filled up the page with random patterns, colors, and whatnot. And so if you just remove the washi tape, you'll get a nice pattern. So that's background number 4. So the next background is going to be kind of more like a galaxy. I'm not great at these, but I try my best. I did a somewhat kind of galaxy, not really here. This is inspired by Dee Williams. I think that's her name. But yeah, so that's kind of like a galaxy type thing you can do. You can add in like cosmos type things in it, which I will show you how I do that. So first step is to just paint it all black. The colors I tend to like to use are blues and purples and a pink, and then obviously white for stars. So what I like to do first is I take the blue and I just kind of, I don't want to take too much paint, and I just kind of do this kind of thing. And I just dot it randomly. And it doesn't have to all be the same kind of color, like thickness, like it can be darker and light in some places. You want it to kind of look a bit wispy. Another way to do that, if you don't want to use a brush, is to use a sponge. This is just like one of those like makeup foundation sponges from Dollar Tree. I got like a pack of them for $1. And so I just dip my paint in and then I go in like this. And I feel like this actually adds more of the wispiness that I like, because I don't like it to look super like uniform, because it's not. And it also can add like the nice halo glow that a lot of those have. This galaxy might not be super pretty, just because I am trying to go a bit faster so that the video isn't super duper long. So I just am gonna plop some purple in places. And if you feel like the purple is too strong where you've put it, you can go back with the blue and kind of soften it up. Kind of want a purple thing in the middle. And that's what's nice. It's like you're creating your own galaxy. There's no rhyme or reason or rules to how to do it, what colors specifically to use. You can use greens or oranges or whatever. You can do whatever you want, whatever combination you want, whatever order you want. This is just, I find what works best for me. So I'm going to do the light blue now. And I really go lightly with this because it is so light. And so it is quite a contrast to the other part. I do like using the makeup sponges a bit more than those black sponges that you have like the little stick in them, just because I feel like the makeup sponges are a lot finer, and so the like it does end up looking more like a mist than just like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but I just feel like it looks a little bit more like flush. Now I'm just going to take some pink. I'm going to use a little bit of pink because it is quite bright. So again, I just dab my little makeup thing in, and I tend to dab it a bit around on my like pan. This is just scrap packaging that I'm using today, but yeah. So I'm just gonna take the pink and add some like highlights in areas. There are some parts that I want it to be like very obvious that there's a pink there. Whoops. But I don't want it to be like neon pink. I'm pretty much done with that. You can do it more in depth, more detail, more colors. I kind of like how it looks right now. So usually what I take is I take some white and I just take a little bit of it, and then I spray it with some water. I want to try and show you. So I spray it with water to make it a bit watery, which is what I want. And then I take another brush, usually a flat brush, kind of mix it around a bit. I want it to be kind of watery and nice. I don't want too much. And then I flick it. So basically I just you can get some more paint and you just flick it on there. And then what I usually do after is I take a jelly roll and I do stars that are a bit more defined than those. So I could take my white Sakura jelly roll and you can just do stuff like that. You can do a shooting star kind of thing. You can do whatever you want, and I think it looks really nice. It's pretty easy and simple. You can kind of just have fun with it, and I think it's a nice background. So another thing you can do is going back to the con buds. That's what I call them. I know that some people call them Q-tips or earbuds or whatever. So you can go back and you can actually just make a whole page of dots, and it ends up looking really fun and cool. Another thing you can do using this is if you want to make like a cherry blossom tree, you can do the branch and then take these and dip it in like a light pink, and you can make the little flowers on the cherry blossom using these. It's a nice, quick, easy way and looks pretty cute. By the way, I'm just using the Americana acrylic paint from Michaels, but I'm pretty sure it's sold at other stores like Hobby Lobby. Sometimes even Walmart has it. It's not fancy paint or anything. So I think this is also quite a cute little background. So you can obviously do more, you can do less. You could do it if you put a washi tape, if you put washi tape like down here and you just want to do like a little side, and then you can, to decorate like your bullet journal or something, you can do it as like a little mini pattern down the side of your journal, which would look cute as well. So for the next idea, I'm going to be using the mermaid marker technique with the plastic bag that I showed earlier, and then I'm going to be showing you what you can do with that after. Okay, so for this page, I've made the background. I've made pink because I plan on using these flower stamps. These are actually from Dollar Tree. My gosh, everything's from Dollar Tree. Sorry for my mucky hands. This is messy work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna choose this one, peel it off. I'm surprised at how much stuff you can find at Dollar Tree. And then obviously I have this. This is also from Dollar Tree. And I just have normal ink. And so I'm just gonna take my stamp and I'm gonna just stamp everywhere and make kind of like a nice little pattern. And you can use this as like a nice little background or whatever. I actually plan on using one of the other flowers as well. I'm not sure if Dollar Tree still sells this particular pack, but they should because it's really pretty and cute. Okay, so sorry for my mucky glass thing. I made a mess. And so obviously I'm not doing a very pretty pattern right now, but basically you get the gist. You can like stamp random patterns that you want. If you want to do a fall theme, you can do the orange background, and if you have leaf stamps, this one actually does come with a couple leaves, so it's 2 leaves, so I could have done like leaves, and it actually comes with hello, so I could have stamped like hello and be like hello fall. Let me see how this is more spring, so I'll do hello spring. So you can do that, and then if you want you can do like hello spring. Obviously it's not spring. Well, actually South Africa it's spring, but I live in America now. So you can do stuff like that. That's cute for a background. Next, same idea, same concept, but I'm gonna do it with white ink, and it actually looks very cool with white ink. So these are some of the other stamps that I have, jelly stamps. These are really cute, like little mermaids. I got these off Amazon. It's from the greeting farm called Little Mermaids. But for this white design, I plan on using this little coffee cup. I believe this is from Hobby Lobby. And let me just get it. Goodness gracious. I haven't used this one yet, so it's like super stuck on. And I'm gonna be using white ink. So hopefully this is dark enough to show up on white ink. If not, I'll have to show you on another page. So I think that looks cute, to be honest. I think the white ink actually looks cuter than like black ink. I think if you do like the roses with white ink on like a dark pink, it can look really cute. So this is just another way with white ink. And this is from Michaels. I believe it was just $1. It's usually by the register. They have all those like really cheap arts and craft parts. They have like really cheap stamps, and they have this ink. So that's just another little idea I had that you can do. So this is the white ink, black ink. I think they would look really cute. This is using a white pencil. So this is actually a brand in South Africa. I don't know if you can get it other places. This is just, it's called Colleen. It's a really nice pencil. But I believe Prismacolor works the same. So you can just draw whatever you want. Might be a bit hard to see what you're drawing because it's white. Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mermaid marker, or you can take watercolor, whichever you want, and I'm going to paint, like brush over it, this. And the pencil repels the water or ink. And so whatever you drew will show up. Fortunately, this paper I'm using is eating up the ink I'm using. And so it's getting this weird look there, but I'll show you. It does go away. It's not there anymore. So once it dries, it's not going to be there. But right now, it's there and looks ugly. So you can do whatever you want with this. This is just one idea. I'm just showing you how it does repel. And so you can do like complex designs and just put over watercolor or a marker or whatever you want. You can do. So hopefully that's showing up on camera. But you can see the pattern, and it's faint. It's not super bright white, but I kind of like how that looks. And if you want it to be bright white, this is the last idea I have. So you can get something called masking fluid, which is just like masking tape, but it's fluid. And this is one I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and it has like a really tiny little needle. Probably should shake it first. Maybe not with the lid off, but we were reckless here apparently. So you could just do whatever design you want. This is very rough. Usually I take a lot more time. Masking fluid is a little bit tricky to work with when you're starting out. My goodness, this is like super lopsided hard. And I'm like using a lot. But I'm just gonna write hello. My handwriting is not the best. This one has like such a tiny little, you have to get this little thing in this little tiny hole so that it doesn't like dry out. So I am happy that it has that, but it just means it takes a while. Now, you would think you could use one of your heat dryers on it, but it explodes. And I found that out the hard way when I tried to use my heat gun. It bubbles up and it just like, and so that didn't work. So you kind of just need to wait for it to dry, unfortunately. I'm gonna try the heat gun though. Okay, so obviously the pencil does work for watercolors and for like the ink and the mermaid markers and such. But if you're wanting to use like acrylic paint, this is still wet. This is what happens when you take a heat gun to it. You see how it looks all weird and gross? Don't do that. I was just trying to speed things up for the video. Mistake. Even though I told everyone that that's what happens, I don't listen to myself. I'm just gonna do the hello part because that part is dry. The best thing to do with the masking fluid is do thinner lines. It can be hard to control though. So I'm just gonna paint over this all. Now I'm gonna pull the masking tape off. And it is a bummer to get off. I've heard some people say that you can just like take an eraser. I have not tried that, but perhaps I should try that. Maybe I will. Let me see. Eraser is missing, so I'm just gonna use this one. Oh, that does work quite well. I guess because the rubberiness of it picks it up. So yeah, use an eraser. It picks it up really easily and picks up all the little pieces. And you see how you get a nice white clear line. And this is, I used this to make some of the constellation in my November spread. And you'll see like this is dry here, so you can peel this. But if it's wet still, it will stop there because it can't lift it because it's too wet. So that's another idea I have, is that you can just do a full design and then do ombre acrylic paint. You can use this with watercolors. I would recommend using watercolor paper because otherwise it does seep under the masking fluid a bit, so it's not as clear. But I would recommend this more with like acrylics because it's not super wet. And yeah, so I think that's a good end. I'll go through all the things that we did. So we had the ombre type mermaid marker tie-dye kind of look, and then more of the like galaxy-ish type look that you can do. And I will show you the November page that I did with the mermaid markers. This is just acrylic kind of ombre style. This is using washi to block off the different patterns that you want, and doing block colors or dots or whatever you want. It's fun. Doing the galaxy, this is white ink. These are dots, black ink, and the white pencil. So I'll show you what it looks like when I'm taking my time to do it. Oh, good. So that is how it looks, and that's using the mermaid markers. So it is the same mermaid markers. So I know this kind of doesn't pick it up that well, or this one, but as you can see, like it is possible to get like really nice kind of galaxy looking things. You just need to use a bit more ink and time and not be rushing. And this is where I use the masking fluid. I use it by the dots to make them more bright because I used a jelly roll to connect them all, but it's not as bright, and I wanted them to be brighter than this so that you know that they are the stars. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial video idea type thing. Before I go, I did want to say another thing that's fun for backgrounds is if you want to add a little bit more of a kind of glitter, or like just make it look a little bit more fancy. These are also $1 at Michael's, and they're just little glitters. I used them, I did a plain green background. This is not my best picture, so I'm kind of embarrassed to show it, but I just did a plain green background. I took my pencil and I kind of around it so it has a little bit more of a halo around her, and then I took the glitter and I just made a background with it, and I just put it all over the background, and I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, those are how you can use that kind of stuff. Also, I wanted to show you, I got these from the Dollar Tree today. Dollar Tree is really stepping up their washi game. So these are really cute. Oh, that's upside down. A little llama, little donuts and cakes. And then my favorite, obviously, is this gem one, which is really pretty. And I really like it. I like that it fades from pink to blue, back to pink. So those are really gorgeous. And then I also just wanted to show you my Simply Gilded holiday release washi that I got. So I didn't go wild because I wanted to, but I didn't. So I just got the, I believe it's called Gumdrop and Snowflake ones, and I like Gumdrop. It has little colors and flecks in there, and Snowflake is really holographic. And then my favorite one that I got, just because it's so cute, is the Juniper Gingerbread washi, and that is so adorable, and I love it. And so yeah, these are all my Simply Gilded washis that I have. These are just miscellaneous, and then I have got the mini bows. I have a lot of mini bows, big bows, and all my Stardusts that I have. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully this isn't a too long video, but if it is, thank you for staying till the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some cool ideas. Thanks for watching. Bye!